Hey, what's up, guys? Meteorologist Doug Hetty. It is Thursday afternoon doing a Weather Savants video. Tonight at KOAM, Sam's actually going to do the 5 and the 6. I'm going to go do a kind of a storm spotting talk for the Galena Fire Department, and then I'll be in for the 9 and 10. So kind of a weird afternoon. But we do have a storm system which is moving in tomorrow and then into Saturday. So we're going to break that down and talk about our severe weather threats here on this video. Of course, I want to give a huge shout out to my boys, Superior Roofing and Construction. They're a four-state premier roofing contractor, family owned and operated right here, 7th and High Street in Joplin. They did my roof last fall. Numbers right there on the screen, of course. We are in severe weather season, so you want to make sure you keep that number handy because we have already had, gosh, 6 events, and we're going to have several more events. It gets really busy as we go through the next couple weeks. All right, let's take a tour first and see what's going on. Most of us, we are looking pretty good here across Central Plains. Another great day. Severe weather hotspot for today is down across parts of Georgia. You can see all the severe weather which is going on. Tornado watch down there south of Macon, and then severe thunderstorm watch in eastern parts of Florida. And then look at this little upper level low. I mean, this kind of, I mean, you can definitely see it. Very classic. Now, when this comes back in the pattern, this could be a tropical system. So in about 2 and 3 cycles down the road. So that is definitely something that we'll keep our eyes on. Out to the west, here is our next storm system, which is building out across central parts of the Rockies, and that will start to affect us as we go into really the next 24 hours. All right, severe threat for us tomorrow. So the immediate four-state area, we kind of get split around. So the main severe threat tomorrow is going to be central Kansas, up through southern parts of Nebraska. So we do have a low severe threat in our far northwestern counties, but most of this stays out to the west. But we're going to break that down here in a second. And then on Saturday, the severe threat's kind of to our east. I think it could be a little bit farther toward the west. I think that threat may be a little bit closer to Springfield, maybe even our far eastern counties. So we got to watch that as we go into Saturday. So on this first run here, we're just going to kind of break down what's going on over the next 48 hours, and then we'll zoom in on the thunderstorms here on this next graphic. All right, so for today, look at this. Temperatures near 80, 79, Kansas City, West Plains, 77, 79 in Oklahoma City. We don't drop back as much tonight, mid 50s. We do start to see some clouds increasing as we go into Friday afternoon. This is when the thunderstorms start to develop out across central Kansas. And of course, I'm going to break that down here in a little bit more detail here shortly. But you can see those storms kind of push into northeastern Kansas, may clip parts of southeastern Kansas. And then on Saturday, a very strong cap is in place. And we'll have to see when are those storms going to fire again out across central Missouri down through northwestern Arkansas, and then they really get going as they push east. So let's dig into these storms a little bit closer here. And we'll see exactly where the hot spots are. So for the immediate Joplin metro, southeast Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, I don't think this is going to be a big deal as of right now. Of course, something I want to watch. All right, so here's 6:30 p.m. for tomorrow. You can see the storms kind of getting going just west of Wichita, just west of Salina. And these are going to be big hail makers. So these are going to produce, the tornado threat's pretty low, but these can produce 1 to 2 inch size hail, which is quarter to golf ball, maybe even a little bit bigger than golf ball size hail. So these are going to be big hail makers for the first few hours. Now, here at about 9 p.m., I think it's going to switch more to a wind threat. So we're talking north of Wichita from Emporia just through Manhattan, southeastern parts of Nebraska, and then kind of push into northeastern Kansas. But you can see this little line here from Kansas City. That's going to be an outflow boundary, and we may get some storms to get into southeastern Kansas late tomorrow evening. So we're going to watch that. Also, we'll watch up near Kansas City. But again, this will be a wind threat at this point in time. And then as we continue through the night, then the storms weaken. Very strong cap in place as we go into Saturday morning. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Here's 2:30 in the afternoon. Very strong cap. And again, the cap is a layer of warm air aloft, a few thousand feet up. So if those storms can get through that cap, then I think these will kind of develop from, let's say Sedalia to Springfield, Monette, Aurora, Bentonville, possibly. If the cap holds a little bit longer, like this model, this is our in-house model, once, the storms will be a little bit farther east. But Springfield, I would definitely watch it Saturday afternoon. So Rolla, Lebanon, up towards St. Louis, and then these are going to be all the way down through Arkansas. Again, the tornado threat on Saturday is a little bit higher, but I think this is still mainly a hail event and a wind event. So let's continue through Saturday evening and look how these storms blow. So now southeastern Missouri, all the way down through central parts of Arkansas, Little Rock, all the way down toward Texarkana. As we go to about 10 p.m., this line drives east. Once they get to the Mississippi River, so Memphis, then they will start to weaken as we go through the rest of the overnight and then really just kind of fall apart. Behind this system, we cool down quite a bit, which, I mean, we're going to have overnight lows like early next week. Gosh, I already made my forecast. Um, like Sunday morning and Monday morning are going to be in the upper 30s. We're kind of pushing frost, so we got to watch that. And then it gets interesting again. Next week we have a few thunderstorms that could fire late on Tuesday, but our severe threat goes back up Thursday and Friday of next week. So that's our next event. After this event, which I know kind of skirts around the four-state area, but definitely severe weather in the Central Plains, our next big event's going to be next Thursday, Friday, maybe even lasting into Saturday. And then as we get into that following week, we have another event at the beginning of that week. So, like that Sunday, Monday, trying to pull up my calendar so I can get dates 24th, 25th, and then the 27th and 28th. So, it gets real active here as we go through the next couple weeks. Of course, I read your comments on the last video. I know you guys want to look at the long range forecast in May. I just need to type it up when I get a chance. So, we'll definitely hit the long range forecast for May because we have quite a few severe weather events in May as well. Any questions, comments, leave it in the comment section below. And again, Sam's going to be in at 5 and 6 tonight. I'll be in at 9 and 10. We'll chat later.